few.
Or how about the videos that we do documenting our pickleball adventures?
We can't forget about our original music videos and pickleball song parodies.
Oh, absolutely. So all you have to do is go to the Eddy and Webby.
In the pink, far side, out of California. You've got Regina Franco, sponsored with Head. She's out of Florida.
She is.
She was a pro racquetball player. She's a young lady, but
Still is, actually.
Still is.
I noticed on her social media site that she had just played a pro tournament a few weeks ago, actually.
yeah, and she actually did really well.
She did, yes.
Which is incredible. That just shows you like the pure talent that is at this facility this week. I mean, these people that are playing in this pro event, like Regina, just have so many talents. They're not just one-dimensional.
Right, and it's nice to see someone that is actually a non-tennis player.
I agree.
Playing singles. I find that very interesting. So
I agree 100%.
she may have played tennis a few times. I'm not actually sure.
Yeah, she
I'll have
probably
to
has a
ask
little
her.
tennis.
Yeah, I'll have to ask her. But definitely with the racquetball and pickleball, she's very, very talented.
Yeah, I mean, I read her bio, and by the way, if anybody watching wants to find out more about these players, you can go to pickleballglobal.com and click on the bio section, the player bio section, and you can find out all the information you want on these players. It will give you a lot of insight to the players that are competing this week. That, to me, is a really, really important component to this, because when you know stuff about the players and you know some insight, maybe what their background is, whether they had a racket sport background or not, it really helps you kind of buy into what we're doing here more, and you can actually follow people's career.
Yeah,
by
I
simply
agree.
getting to know them.
Right, exactly. I mean, a lot of these players, not only are they extremely talented, but they're great people too. I've actually had the pleasure of, becoming friends with both of these ladies. Michelle, actually, as of yesterday. But she is just a nice person and fun to be around. And Regina as well, very sweet person, talented, but super down to earth, which is what I love about pickleball.
Wow, what
That
a
is
shot.
a great shot cross
She
court.
even lifted up off her one leg and
Yeah, I noticed that.
hit that cross court like a beast.
Yeah, she's got some excellent balance to be able to make that shot.
That's
And
just too good
that
right
one
there.
too.
I gotta tell you, watching Michelle play singles is impressive.
It
She
is.
actually recently at the Lakes tournament in California
Timeout.
took
First timeout. Score
Irina
7-0.
Tereshchenko down to the
You have one
wire.
timeout.
Wow.
She actually beat her in the winner's bracket first, then ended up she beat Irina, I think, in the bracket first, and then was back in a gold medal match in a rematch against Irina, and was not able to close it out. Irina was able to make a comeback and win that, but I was so impressed watching Michelle battle against the top female singles players in the world.
That's amazing. I mean, that is talent, because Irina is no stranger to the game and extremely, extremely talented. Another one with that long wingspan.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
Michelle's got very pretty passing shots.
My goodness, it's
Yeah,
so
and-
impressive to watch.
They're cross court too. I feel like when you go cross court, you gotta have that passer.
Absolutely. And talk to us real quick about, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Regina's returning those serves to Michelle's forehand, and Michelle has hit 3 or 4 passing shots.
She has, yes.
I feel like Regina may need to mix that up a little bit and be a little more
Yeah.
unpredictable with that return.
On that one, she did go to the backhand.
There we go.
And there it is again.
But that's what
That's excellent.
and that was right on cue. She kept returning down the line to Michelle's forehand,
Yeah.
and Michelle has an unbelievable forehand roll right there.
She does, yeah. It seems like everyone's listening to you, Scott, because you make a comment and then they do it.
I don't even know how to explain that.
We'll have to have like a tally or something, however many times Scott Golden was right.
You know, the other thing about me is every time I brag on my partner
Yeah.
in any match, they miss the next point.
Oh, no.
It's the golden curse. I don't know how to explain
no. You're one of those.
it. Every single time they miss the next point after I brag on them.
Oh,
It's almost
gosh.
like I should only brag on them after the game's over.
Absolutely, yeah. Feed their ego later,
Yeah.
not during the match.
Rare miss there by Michelle. She's been absolutely on fire from start to 10-0 right now.
She came out swinging, that's for sure. And, using that, there's the down the line.
Not only down on
There's
the
a
right
cross
on the
court.
line.
Yeah, and maybe you noticed that, Scott, but that is a two-handed backhand
10-0.
winner right there.
Ripped.
And I'm a huge fan of the two-handed backhand, and there it is again.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. This is unbelievable play by Michelle right now.
I agree. She
Regina
is playing.
is no stranger to high-level competition, and Michelle's making this look
11-0.
easy at the moment. Now, keep in mind, we're only 6 minutes into this match.
Right.
The score can change.
Point.
It's
Yeah.
not about getting to 11 right now. This is about the time. So Regina's down early, but she's
12-0.
got to make a couple adjustments. She's got to figure out how to keep Michelle back.
Point.
Yeah.
Control from the net. But it can change. This game is not over yet. There's still a lot of time.
Right. What you may have noticed on a point right before this last one was that Michelle hit a volley and actually stepped out of the court. She was trying to stay out of the kitchen when she hit that volley. Because
There you
it
go,
is
see?
actually, if you're newer to pickleball, it is a rule that you cannot hit the ball out of the air and land in the kitchen with your momentum. It's also known as the non-volley zone.
Absolutely. One thing I would like to see Regina maybe try to switch up here strategy-wise is when she's at the kitchen and she's got Michelle pinned back, maybe drop a ball short every once in a while and
Right.
keep her off balance a little bit.
Yeah, Michelle really loves her ground strokes, and so I'd love to see Regina make her hit, a dink or something.
Slide out.
On that one, she missed a rare one cross court.
0-14. Slide out.
Regina's a very interesting player. She's very, very athletic, as I'm sure you all can see. Comes from racquetball, so that's a newer
14-0.
sport that you don't see as much of. What I love about pickleball is you get a lot of different backgrounds.
Ooh,
That's
good put away
beautiful.
by Regina. Good job right there by Regina.
Great shot, Regina.
Michelle still just absolutely playing lights out right now.
Yeah, and what you're noticing, it's very difficult as the server to make a point because you start out on defense, just as Regina did there, because you still have to let that return of serve hit the ground before you hit your next shot.
That's that two-bounce rule that makes
Right.
pickleball unique from other sports.
Exactly.
The
Michelle's
two-bounce
doing a
rule.
great job of just hitting a return and getting to the net and commanding that kitchen line.
For sure. Yeah, and for anybody that maybe watching that's new to pickleball or hasn't really been familiar with the rules of pickleball, the thing that makes this sport so fun and unique and different from everything else, and we've all, I think, played different sports growing up, baseball, football, volleyball,
Yeah.
maybe soccer, tennis. The kitchen is the red area, 7 feet on each side of the net.
Right.
It's a 14 by 20 foot area.
2-14.
And it's called the kitchen. That's the slang term. That's the
Yes.
common phrase term. But it's technically the non-volley zone.
Slide out.
And explain to everybody that maybe knew why you're not allowed to hit that ball when inside that area.
Well, you can absolutely hit the ball while you're in the kitchen. It just has to hit the ground before you make contact. So what you may notice is
Slide out.
sometimes it hits the net and just barely dribbles over. Well, if you were trying to wait till that ball hit the ground to enter the kitchen, it'd be very, very difficult to actually recover that ball. So you can actually step in early prior to that ball hitting the ground in order to take that shot. That's an extreme example, okay?
But that is a great example
Yeah.
of you don't have to wait on the ball to bounce. If you know it's going to bounce. Wow, I think that ball might have actually hit the line there. Oh, it was out. Okay, it was out.
Correct, yes, that
She didn't
was
really
out.
make a call early at
No,
first?
I didn't
So
hear
I wasn't
it, but-
sure.
Yeah,
All right,
it's hard
4-14.
when you're out there to actually see that ball, whether or not it hit the line or stayed in the court. What's interesting about pickleball is these balls do not compress, if you do come from tennis and have ever seen Shot Spot, you notice that that ball is oval. Well, pickleballs, they don't compress along the ground, so that means that they stay true to size. So those lines, if they hit the outside of the line, chances are it did not actually touch the line, just the shadow of the ball is on the line.
Okay.
Right, so that would be considered out.
And there's a big debate on the Pickleball Forum, which is a huge platform for pickleball players.
I've seen that.
That has been a very, I guess you would say,
Huge discussion.
yeah, like just a very colorful discussion over the last year.
Colorful
or
is
so.
a good
I was trying to
word
think of the
for
right
it.
word there, Courtney, but basically,
I
like,
like
people have
colorful.
different opinions on that. I believe that if it's really, really close,
Wow.
you should err on the side of it being in, because you can't
Absolutely.
distinguish 100% when that ball
Right.
actually touches, because it's below the ball. And so it's like in tournament play, you're going to see some tight calls go their way, the person calling the ball, because
Side out.
it is the dime size thing that you're talking about.
Right.
The actual part of the ball touching is only a fraction of the ball.
It's not much. Yeah. Not at
So
all.
it's completely possible that the ball could be overlapping on the white line, but still be out, because the actual part that doesn't compress is just a dime size.
Yeah, what you see a lot of, and I really enjoy this aspect of the game, is a lot of players, they give the benefit of the doubt to their opponent. So what I mean by that, Scott, is basically if they're not sure whether or not that ball was in or out, more often than not, the player's going to call it in. Okay, and so I know it's kind of a strategy among some that when in doubt, call it out. But, that's not very fair. And then people don't really like to play with you, and they might ask for a ref when playing against you.
Yeah,
So,
and that's not uncommon, and that's not really
not.
a disrespectful thing to the other team. It's just that you want somebody there to kind of keep things fair and square, and
exactly.
it keeps arguments and things down when you're in a heated battle. Or
Exactly.
competition.
Right. And what I'm noticing right now is actually the score.
Yeah.
It's 9-15, so Regina's coming back.
She's making a huge push here.
She is, yeah. It's a lot of
She
fun
was
to
down
see.
10-0, I
I
believe.
know. So very excited to see her coming back. It's always fun to root for the underdog,
Yeah.
but
She's on a 9-5 run since being down 10-0. So that doesn't sound like that big of a difference, but in pickleball, that is a huge
it's
momentum
huge,
swing.
especially in singles, because what you were saying earlier in the last singles match is that it only takes one side out for it to come back to you.
And then you get a little momentum,
Yeah.
string together 2 or 3 points in a row, and all of a sudden it's a ball game.
Right. Just play some defense and then get the ball back and serve it out.
For sure. So I think this next point coming out of the timeout, Courtney, is going to be crucial.
I
and
agree.
the reason I say that is because right now, Michelle's in double-digit figures.
Right.
Regina's in single digits. This is a big thing for her to get to that double digit. It's just mental
I
for her to be in
agree.
double digits with Michelle.
It's only 1 point in retrospect, but it really means a lot.
There
just
we go.
right now.
Just like that. Right
10,
on cue.
15.
Again, right on
Okay,
point.
tally for Scott.
I mean,
He
that's
was right
a huge
again.
point coming out to win that out of a timeout.
It was. Yeah, let's see if she can have another one.
She's playing a lot better all of a sudden. The shots are crisper. Now, with that being said,
Yeah.
Michelle just put that ball away.
She did. Yep. Regina gave one to her that was a little high. Yes, it was to her backhand. But Michelle has a beautiful two-handed swinging backhand that she can just command the point with.
Okay, so Michelle, I've noticed, is able to set up on these returns because Regina's not putting a ton of pace on them, and they're not going deep enough. So
Yeah.
she's able to set up and hit these wherever she wants.
She is. Yeah.
So Regina needs to try to get her return just a slight bit deeper, or if nothing else, not returning to the middle.
I agree. Yeah, because anytime, how I feel in singles, and I could be wrong on this, but I feel like there's a lot of different ways to think about it. I believe that shot just missed.
Well, she actually called
But
it
she
good.
called it in. So that goes back to our other conversation about when in doubt, give the benefit of the doubt
Yeah, and I think
to
it
your
could've been
opponent.
called either way, right?
It was close, exactly. I mean, Regina was running back for that shot, so it was very close. Definitely.
Okay, so Michelle got that side out after the big run by Regina. Now she's got that gap back a little bit.
Yeah,
right? She's
there's
feeling a
that
little better
return
now.
down the middle. So definitely I would, if I was talking to Regina right now, I'd be like, girl, get your returns down the line.
Yeah, if nothing else, right? Get it
Yeah.
create some angles with the return so that she can't just do that.
Right, exactly. Because what I was going to say was, I feel like when you return down the line in singles, you're making your opponent move. It's so difficult to hit high quality shots while you're in motion, although Michelle makes it look easy.
Michelle's back on control here.
She is.
Unbelievable play.
It's pretty. So I feel like cross-court returns, though, open up the down-the-line shot for your opponents. So if you think about it, Scott, when you return straight, you can just track that ball and run straight forward instead of having to cross the court completely and cover that down-the-line shot that
Makes
you
a
just
big
gave.
difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, seriously.
My goodness, Michelle's putting an absolute clinic on right now.
Her ground strokes are pretty. I could learn a thing or two.
Oh my gosh, I don't know that I'll ever have that pretty of a ground stroke right there.
No.
I will say that the momentum swings in this singles match has been unreal.
Side out.
Michelle jumped out to a 10-0 lead.
Yes.
Then
Regina
closed that gap to
She
15
did.
to 10.
10-24.
And then now Michelle went back on the aggressive offensive side and was able to lengthen that gap more.
Yeah.
So it's been
Side out.
a game of swings.
Nice athleticism on that point by Regina, but it just was not quite enough.
You know the other thing I'm noticing,
24-10.
and this is a huge, huge compliment to both of these players. The score's 24-10. That means that 34 points have been scored. But there's been a lot of side outs where no points have
Yes.
scored, and they're in phenomenal shape.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
Oh, Michelle tried to go for the tweener. She knew she was up, and those are fun when you actually do make those. It's kind of fun to go for the between the legs shot or
Absolutely fun
the
to watch.
ATP, and for those of you that don't know, it's actually an around the post. So you can hit that ball
Such a fun shot.
around the post. It does not have to go over the net every single time.
That is just too good
beautiful.
right there. Michelle is able to direct that ball exactly where she wants it to go, and that is
She
what
can.
you call precision.
Yeah. What I feel like in pickleball is that it's really a lot of placement over power.
Oh, for sure.
So, yeah. I mean, when you place that ball in one certain spot on the court, say in the corner,
25-10.
you can command that point. But if you just try and go all out power, a lot of these pros are so talented that it doesn't matter. They can just block that right back and stay in the point and play defense the whole time. But still, it can work.
For sure. So it's 26-10, under a minute and a half, or right at a minute and a half. So what that tells me, Courtney, is mathematically this game is over, even though we do, by rule, have to let that time clock down,
Yes,
go down
I'd
to
agree.
0.
27-10.
But what I do appreciate about both players is they're still competing.
Side out.
Yes.
Every point.
I was just going to say, I'd really love for Regina to just say, like, I have nothing to lose. Let's close this gap just a little bit, have some fun with it. And, figure out this singles game against Michelle. Because who knows, maybe it could work for the U.S. Open next week.
Absolutely.
You never know. Or later on in the tournament, too.
Agreed.
Because keep in mind, this is Wednesday. It's day one.
It is
So we've
literally
got
just day one.
2 more days. Actually, 2.5. Because we've got 2 more sessions.
That's
Or
right.
1 session today.
So when this match ends, I believe the
27-11.
numbers are going to shake out to Team West with 6 wins and Team East with 2 wins.
I believe you're correct,
I believe we're into
Either
8.
5 or 6.
Let's see
something
here.
like that. Let's count it up. What have we got?
It would be 6-2.
6. Wow. Quite the commanding lead, but like we keep saying, there's still
A
time.
lot of time and 2 more days.
Side out.
The only wins so far that Team East have been from singles, and it was Eden Lika and Colin Johns that have
Right.
gotten the 2 wins for Team East so far.
11:28.
Some talented singers players on both teams.
Yeah, and I want to.
Time.
Okay, we're gonna have to take a quick intermission here. That's the final buzzer for this singles match. I'm gonna
Right.
go interview these 2 lovely ladies. Okay, guys, we're back here with a live interview with Michelle Esquivel. What a phenomenal match for you in singles. Your endurance and stamina and just absolute ability to control that ball is just breathtaking. Talk to us about your singles and how you enjoy playing this single stuff.
Well, at first I didn't like singles because it was such a hard thing to do with the body, and it's draining and it's tough, but I've come to learn to love it. And I've been playing more singles lately, and I'm feeling comfortable with my ground strokes right now. So it just ended up being consistent out there, and I had a good time.
Yeah, I mean, you put on an absolute clinic. Regardless of the competitor, you were on point with your shots. Your shots were all falling over in the spot that you were hoping to get them to go to. So I was very impressed. I mean, you were just spot on the whole game. And the other thing I noticed is that your stamina is very good. Like you didn't even seem tired to me.
I've been training a lot. I've been pushing myself a little harder in practices and rec play. So yeah, I just feel really comfortable right now. And thank you. Thanks so much for saying that.
It was just evident. Awesome. Thanks so much, Michelle. Congratulations.
And Regina, awesome. She's so great.
Incredible competitor.
Yeah, her racquetball, I couldn't get a hold of a lot of her shots, so it was just awesome, like seeing that racquetball background with her, and it was just a lot of fun playing with her.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, Regina. All right, we've got Regina Franco right here. If you'll stand here with me. So talk to us about singles and how much energy you have to exert and put out there to play singles in pickleball.
Well, I mean, obviously you can see that I don't really know how to play because you don't need much effort. You need more placement of the ball. So if you know the court, if you know where to put the ball, you're going to reduce time for the other player and you're going to just finish quicker, I guess.
Sure. And just so you know, us watching as viewers, it was super competitive. The score didn't reflect how competitive that game actually was because Michelle she was on point. Her shots were falling, but you're a fierce competitor. We enjoyed watching you play, and you were giving her every bit of what she needed to handle. So thank you for being a fierce competitor like that.
I mean, the key is just don't give up no matter what and just try to focus on what you're doing in that point. So.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, and good luck on the rest of the event, okay?